Until one day in the year 2005, the mound became unmanageable, creating a health hazard for the entire village, when finally its gates had to be closed. Ever since, Panjim has been adopting different ad hoc approaches to manage its approximately 10 tons of degradable and non-degradable waste each day. In its effort to micromanage the garbage problem, the CCP also pioneered the setting up of around 80 garbage composting pits, each costing between Rs 25,000 and Rs 60,000. Though some have been functional, some of them require urgent attention as they are in a pathetic condition. Desperate to find a solution to its garbage woes, and without much thought, the corporation of the city of Panjim then went in for an anaerobic digester plant at Pato at a cost of around 70 lakhs. No technological feasibility seems to have been undertaken before identifying whether the anaerobic digester would fulfill the job it was meant to do. 3 months within its commissioning, the plant had to be shut down on the orders of the Goa State Pollution Control Board for the unbearable stench that it would release in the air, causing a serious health hazard to the people in the vicinity. The plant is now lying shut and may never start functioning again. In another desperate measure, the CCP has also been clandestinely dumping the city's waste at the Kampal parade grounds, an act that has attracted the ire of the residents of Kampal as well as the Honorable High Court. A strip of land has now been identified in the eco-sensitive mangroves close to the Panjim bus stand, which is now awaiting clearances from the various authorities before it could be put to use to segregate and treat a part of the city's garbage. The government has also finally handed over the piece of land at Baingeni to the CCP, but this sure is going to get embroiled in another political controversy as it best suits our politicians.
Margao, the commercial capital of the state, generates a large amount of garbage. The situation here is deplorable as in other towns, if not more. Our reporter visited the various makeshift places around Margao where the garbage is being dumped with impunity.
The approximately 10,000 square meters of land at Sonsodo served the purpose of Margao quite well for a while, until its mismanagement, compounded by bureaucratic red tapeism, made it almost unmanageable. That brought into the picture another scam, when the Hyderabad-based company Hyquip was assigned the task of managing the Sonsodo site. After the huge kickbacks that have been allegedly paid to the powers that be, the company showed little interest in completing the job that was assigned to them, until one fine day when they were shunted out. That takes the garbage woes of Margao back to square one.
Ponda is yet another victim of lack of foresight on the part of authorities in handling its garbage.
Around 6 truckloads of garbage is collected from various quarters in Ponda every day. The garbage was being dumped at Bombak Thale, an area that came under the jurisdiction of the Panchayat of Betora, until the locals didn't want to breathe the stench anymore and thus objected to the same 6 months ago. Coming to the rescue of the Ponda municipality was the proprietor of Pascal Farm situated at Khandepur, who permitted the municipality to dispose of the city's garbage in a huge pit at the farm. This may well be an easy, economical and temporary solution for the Ponda municipality. But for how long? Here too, it is a case of absolute lack of foresight on the part of the authorities for now, as no efforts worth its name have been made to get a grasp of the problem and tackle it in totality.
The Mapsa Municipal Council is another of the state's council that is in a quandary as it does not have a permanent site for collecting the waste of the city.
For decades, the Mapsa Municipal Council has been dumping the city's waste at the 20,000 square meters Asagaon Comunidad land near the housing board Ganeshpuri illegally. Six trucks of the MMC make 8 trips to the site each day, and the residents of the area have been opposing the same for a long time now. The MMC is currently working on acquiring a site at measuring 32,000 square meters at Kurcholi in its endeavour to permanently solve their garbage woes, a process that is expected to be completed within a year.
Vasco appears to be the only city in the state that has a functional garbage treatment plant at Sada. However, This too seems to be embroiled in a controversy, as the garbage treatment plant has been located bang opposite the Port Trust Hospital, making it again a health hazard.
In other parts of the Marmagoa Taluka, the garbage is carelessly dumped at any convenient place, with a lack of any kind of garbage management system in place. One cannot miss the unpleasant sight as one travels on the 4-lane highway cutting through Zuarinagar, Birla, Daboli, Varunapur, Shantinagar, etc. The premier Birla Institute of Technology at Zuarinagar has its garbage dumped carelessly just 100 meters from its main gate, wherein stray cattle and dogs make the most of it.
The state's garbage woes definitely don't end here. We'll bring you more in tomorrow's bulletin. We'll be right back with more news on the other side of this break. Don't go away. Welcome back, you're with Goa365. A Maruti 800 rammed into a handicraft showroom near the EDC complex at Pancham on Thursday evening.
The vehicle belonging to the well-known company Amway was parked opposite the handicraft showroom when the security guard Pappu, who is not a licensed driver, tried parking the car at another location without the knowledge of his superiors.
We were sitting in the jewelry and all our staff were sitting up the stairs, and at that time this vehicle entered into my shop by breaking the glass and also injured my security, and I think a minor was driving at that time the vehicle, and accordingly the accident happened.
Pappu lost control of the car and in the process damaged 3 two-wheelers, a TVS Fiero, a Dio and a Royal Enfield before ramming the Maruti 800 into the showroom, the total damage being estimated to be more than ₹1,00,000.
Pithade Shri Kaule Mathade Shivanand Saraswati Swami laid the foundation stone of the Agarshala of Shri Mangesh Temple at Mangeshi on Thursday morning.
An Agarshala is an accommodation for devotees and Mahajans situated within the temple grounds and is especially utilized during religious ceremonies. The construction of the new Agarshala building will begin from Friday.
18 students from colleges across the state who are part of the annual leadership camp titled Discovery of India Voyage that was held at Delhi from the 1st to the 14th of November returned to the state filled with enthusiasm and motivation to implement what they had learned in the capital.
Interacting with the media on Wednesday, the students said that they would soon be forming the Goa chapter of Safer India, a decision taken after the students met Ramon Magsaysay awardee Dr. Kiran Bedi at Delhi.
There is a website where usually we see that the police and all, when they refuse to register FIR, the aggrieved person can log on to this website www.saferindia.com and they can register their complaint. Once the complaint is registered in saferindia.com, the webmaster will forward the complaint to the SP of the state. So it simply means that the police of the state have indirectly taken cognizance of the complaint, and then one of the copies of the complaint will be sent to the aggrieved person and he can then follow up with the police. So they asked us to set up this group in Goa wherein we would also be given a copy of the complaint so that we can help the person and then go and approach the police together with him.
Pranav Savodekar, another student, elaborated on the issues that they wish to undertake.
तर आम्ही अशें ठरयलां की एक कमिटी नेमपाची जी रोड्स आनी ट्रॅफिक